Hey guys, it's Jenny with Art for Good. Today we're going to do another acrylic ink landscape, and this time we're going for more of desert vibes using a set of acrylic ink that I bought from Kamenskaya. It is like a peach, beige, chocolate, and mocha combination. So check out the description below for exactly the colors that I'm using. So we're starting with a 16 by 20 canvas, and we are just going in with some water to create a little bit of a V shape. This is going to be the background of my landscape. So I'm just saturating this canvas a little bit so that the ink has somewhere to go. And apologies for my camera that has decided to do its own thing and start to focus in and out. All right, I'm gonna first go in with the peach color. And this is ink that I have mixed in little bottles. It's about a quarter of the ink straight from the bottle, and then the rest is water. And I'm just gonna tilt off the ink a little bit. And the good thing is if you mess up, it is really simple to wipe off with a paper towel. So this one I'm gonna do a little bit differently. In my previous alcohol ink videos, I have let this dry and then sort of built layers on top of the dried ink, but this time I'm gonna try to do it all completely wet and see what happens. So now I'm going in with the mocha color in a straight line. And these little bottles work really well. They have sort of a long adapter on the end that lets you sort of put the ink exactly where you'd like it to go. So I'll also put a link to the ones that I use in the description below. All right, now I'm just gonna keep kind of tilting it off a little bit. And then I'm also going in periodically with just plain water. So I have one bottle here that's just plain water that helps kind of make it a little softer. Like for example, if I get a big blob of ink and I don't necessarily want it to stay there, I can soften it up using water. Going in with a little bit more color here. And if you're new to my channel, I do mostly tutorials on fluid art techniques. So I do a lot of fluid acrylic. I recently started getting into acrylic inks a little bit more, but I also have a lot of videos on how to get started selling your art, or how to, do your first art fair and have a display that's not super expensive, things like that. So be sure to check out some of my other videos if you're interested in getting started in the art world. Now I'm going in on a couple of these areas with the darker chocolate color. It's just creating a little bit more interest in this landscape and a little more contrast. And sorry that I filmed in landscape, but this is really more of a portrait photo, but hopefully you can get the idea. I'm going to keep just tweaking this a little bit until I get a composition that I like. So stay tuned to the end to see how it turns out. right, and this is the final piece. So I usually let this dry probably a good 5 days or so, and then I will spray it with a clear Camar varnish. That is my favorite varnish. It's easy to apply, and it has a little bit of a matte finish, not super shiny, which is nice, I think, on these acrylic inks. Well, that's all the time I have for today, and I will see you next time.